I just looked into a corner at 200 kilometers per hour without touching a single button, and that split-second awareness saved my race. The Tobii Eye Tracker 5 promises this kind of immersion for around $300, depending on where you buy it. I've been testing it across my sim rig, from racing to flight sims and even Star Citizen. And here's what nobody really tells you about it. Setup takes 30 seconds. Plug in, auto-install drivers, calibrate. The hardware is premium. A sleek black bar with a magnetic mount that blends perfectly under your monitor. It works in any lighting thanks to infrared tracking, which is surprisingly reliable even in pitch black conditions. But here's the first problem. Positioning it perfectly takes time. Tobii demands a precise center bottom placement, and if you've got a curved or ultra wide monitor, expect 10 to 30 minutes of adjustment to align everything correctly. Once it's in place though, it looks clean and feels like part of your setup rather than an add-on. The first thing that stands out is how smooth and consistent the tracking feels. The infrared system doesn't really care about lighting changes the way webcam trackers do. You can have the lights off or sunlight blasting through a window. It just keeps working. Optimal accuracy still comes with normal room light, but overall it's super forgiving. Mounting is another story. If your wheel blocks the lower edge of your screen, you'll need to get creative. Tobii's own accessories are overpriced and kind of flimsy. I ended up using a simple 3D printed mount and some double-sided tape. Way sturdier, and it lined up exactly where I needed it. That alignment makes a huge difference because if the tracker sits even a few centimeters off, your gaze detection starts to drift. Then came the whoa moment. First race with it active, Eau Rouge at Spa. I'm coming up the hill flat out, instinctively glance apex right, and the camera just follows. No button press, no delay, just natural. I hit the line perfectly, and that's when it clicked. This isn't a gimmick. It's not some flashy toy you forget about after a week. It actually changes how you connect to the sim. If you're already sold on trying this, the affiliate link in the description tracks live pricing. When discounts hit, you'll see them there first. In sim racing, it's the small things that make it shine. You glance toward the apex, the view follows. You check your mirrors naturally without flicking a hat switch. You can even tilt your head slightly to peek past A-pillars on tracks like Monaco or Long Beach. It adds this subtle layer of awareness, like having peripheral vision again after years of tunnel vision driving. It's not VR level immersion, but it gives you just enough head movement to feel human in the cockpit. And in flight sims or Star Citizen, it's on another level. You can lean in to read small cockpit displays, look over your shoulder in a dogfight, or check your side panels while keeping your hands on your throttle and stick. The feeling of situational awareness is incredible. It's like your screen comes alive. After a few sessions, it becomes second nature. Your head just does the motion and the camera follows. If you lean forward aggressively or shift in your seat mid-corner, expect camera wobble. Out of the box, sensitivity is way too twitchy. You'll need about 20 minutes to tweak dead zones and smoothing curves until it feels stable. Once dialed in, it's flawless. But if you skip that setup time, you'll think it's broken. It rewards a bit of patience. There's no official native Linux support for the consumer version. Some community workarounds exist, like Talon or VM pass-through tricks, but nothing plug and play. And there's a faint red glow on the sensor when it's active. Not a deal breaker, but noticeable if you race in total darkness. Compared to webcam trackers, the difference is clear. Beam Tracker costs around $30 and works fine in decent lighting, but it falls apart in darkness and only handles head tracking. Tobii's infrared system tracks in pitch black and combines both head and eye movement for smoother, more natural control. That price difference buys you reliability, low light performance, and immersion depth. Not just another gadget. At around $300, it's premium. Cheap webcam alternatives are improving fast, and some argue $150 to $200 would be fairer pricing. But Tobii's dedicated hardware, infrared reliability, and zero-fuss experience justify the gap if immersion is your priority. In daily use, what I love is how invisible it becomes once you're used to it. There's no headset, no wires, no reflectors. You just sit down and it's tracking instantly. It remembers your calibration between sessions, it starts automatically, and it doesn't need constant readjusting. That's where the extra money starts to make sense. The experience feels finished, not experimental. Bottom line, if you sim race or fly in cockpit view and your rig allows center bottom mounting, this is transformative. If your wheel blocks placement or budget is tight, start with the $30 webcam tracker. But fair warning, once you nail an Apex with just your eyes or check 6 without touching controls, every other sim session feels flat. For me, it's become one of those upgrades I didn't know I needed until I couldn't imagine racing without it. If you want to try it yourself, the affiliate link below tracks current pricing and updates when deals drop.